Okay, good work out there on the practice field. Got to have another good day tomorrow with meetings and walk through, and then ready for a great challenge for us at our place. Good football team. We know all the unique challenges that this football team presents, offense, defense, special teams. So we really got to be on point. With that, I'll take any questions.
What did you see out of Nick and Miles today that made you feel good that they were going to be able to play?
Yeah, looked normal. I mean, Nick looked good. Miles is, feeling better, but they look normal.
Kevin, how much will you have to pay attention to what happens in the kicking game during warm-ups to tell whether or not you're going to kick extra points or how far you can try a field goal?
Yeah, I think it's all part of it, Scott. I think all the work you do even before those, the pre-game warm-ups, if you will, those guys get a lot of work in before we are all out there. The quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, they throw before the true pregame, so you get a good feel through the morning.
Go ahead, Ricky. Is your package of kind of along those lines? Is your package 2-point plays a little bigger this week, just in case?
Yeah, I think most teams, most of your inside the 5 calls can be 2-point plays. So whether you list one 2-point play, but you also say, hey, I could call all 5 of these other plays. So I don't know that you carry a bunch more, maybe 1 or 2, and then see how the game, what the game calls for.
I don't know if that field can freeze like the old one used to, but you have to wear different cleats if it is that way, or how do you?
Yeah, I mean, footwear is definitely a part of it for us, Jeff. So when you get down there, and it's really when you go on the road and you're playing on a new turf that you don't know, you bring your extra cleats and you look at you may need to go a little longer one based on how the field is responding. So we'll see when we get down there.
When David says, that he's going to, go without a shirt in pregame warm-ups and stuff like that, and Nick isn't planning on wearing his sleeves or whatever, are you cool with that? Do you feel like these guys take care of their own body the way they need to? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we've educated everybody when you get into these type of games, whatever it is, whatever the unique part of the game is, you got to make sure you're educating your players, and we will do that, but ultimately these guys know their bodies.
Ethan looked this week, and do you expect he'll be activated?
Yeah, he looked like himself. He will be activated.
Are you going to bolster your wardrobe at all for Saturday?
Have you played in games this cold? It's supposed to be -23 perhaps, wind chills, feels like, whatever. Do you have memories or thoughts of playing in games this cold?
I think, again, this is the great part of our league is you have games that you get to play in different conditions, and sometimes you play and it's real hot, sometimes you play it's real windy, it's real cold, whatever it is. So the truth of the matter is the conditions will be the exact same for both teams. So it's going to be about who executes, who does their job.
Is it kind of, I don't know, fun's probably not the right word since you're working, but I mean, is the challenge to prepare for a game like that, is it kind of cool,
Yeah, I think for anytime Monday, Tuesday, you start putting a game plan together, there's so many variables to take into account. Injury, your opponent, the weather at times. So you're always looking to try to stay a couple steps ahead of it. But I also know we got to get down there Saturday and see what the conditions are, see exactly what the temperature is, see exactly what the wind conditions are, and then make appropriate decisions based on that.
I don't know how much if he'll play because of the injury report or whatever, but what have you seen from Chris Olave during the season that has impressed you?
Yeah, I mean, moves all over the formation, makes plays short, intermediate, long, excellent hands. They feature him a ton. They really get the ball to him in a variety of ways. Very dependable, sudden in and out of breaks. Extremely impressed with the young man.
You're going to see him throw the ball considering the conditions, but it seems like Andy Dalton is sort of reverted back a little bit with his play this year to kind of early Cincinnati career. Dalton, what have you seen with him?
Yeah, he's playing at a high level. Like we talked about the other day, he does a nice job in their scheme, The ball comes out on time. It comes out at the appropriate, to the appropriate place. I think he processes very, very, very quickly, which I think comes from reps. He's a veteran. He's played in a lot of football games. He knows how to take care of the ball. But I just see a guy operating at a really high level.
It's like, or expected, could see guys staying on the bench just as long as they can to stay warm, or maybe you working through a rotation. Does that change the way that you operate the tempo, and is that something that you're able to kind of practice?
Yeah, I don't think it makes a big difference. When the offense is off the field and the defense is on and vice versa, you go to the bench and you sit with your coach and you go over the pictures. I don't think it changes much. Maybe you'll have some more guys that after you go through those pictures and you're ready for the next series, you may stay on the bench as opposed to standing and watching the other side of the ball.